Yo, cinema Roarians, get ready for the action overload that is John Wick Chapter 4. We're diving deep into the world of bullets, blood, and Baba Yaga himself. Did this chapter live up to the hype? Stick around to find out. The John Wick series changed the action game forever. It's non-stop, brutal, and beautiful all at the same time. And with each movie, the stakes get higher, the fights get bigger, and we eat it all up. John Wick Chapter 4 unleashes Keanu Reeves back into the assassin underworld, but this time, he's facing his deadliest challenge yet. This time, it's all-out war.
Holy smokes, guys, I just walked out of John Wick Chapter 4 in glorious IMAX, and let me tell you, this movie is an adrenaline shot straight to the heart. The action is off the charts, the visuals are insane, and Keanu Reeves is a straight-up beast. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but trust me, you need to see this movie on the biggest screen possible. Yo, if you're loving this review so far, smash that like button and subscribe to Cinema Roar for more epic movie breakdowns. Don't be shy, become a part of the Cinema Roar family.
John Wick Chapter 4 isn't just an action movie, it's a carefully crafted symphony of violence, and it took a team of masters to bring it to life. At the helm we have Chad Stahelski, a man who knows action like the back of his hand. He's not just a director, he's a former stuntman, and his experience shines through in every perfectly choreographed fight scene. But Stahelski didn't do it alone. He had a team of dedicated artists, stunt performers and filmmakers working side by side to push the boundaries of what action cinema can be.
Now, before we get too deep into this beast, let's see what the critics have to say. Metacritic's giving it a resounding thumbs up, praising the film's technical achievements and relentless energy. Over on IMDb, the fans have spoken, and they're loving it. High marks all around for Keanu's performance and the mind-blowing action. And of course, Rotten Tomatoes is on board, certifying John Wick Chapter 4 as a must-see for action junkies and film buffs alike.
Section 3, from stuntman to visionary Chad Stahelski.
All right, let's talk about the man behind the mayhem, Chad Stahelski. This guy's journey from stunt double to action auteur is seriously impressive. Stahelski got his start in Hollywood doing stunts for some of the biggest action stars out there. He even doubled for Keanu in the original Matrix trilogy. Talk about coming full circle. But Stahelski isn't content with just blowing things up, although he does that exceptionally well. He understands that great action is about more than just punches and gunshots. It's about telling a story with every move. John Wick Chapter 4 isn't just bigger in terms of action, it's bigger in scope too. This time, John's fight for survival takes him around the globe. We've got gritty back alleys in New York, neon-drenched streets in Japan, and even a heart-stopping showdown amidst the historic landmarks of Paris. And the new characters, let me tell you, they're not messing around. We've got legendary martial artist Donnie Yen, the always intense Bill Skarsgård, and a whole squad of assassins who are gunning for John's head. Slightly nervous chuckle. Okay, we can't talk about John Wick without talking about the man, the myth, the legend himself, Keanu Reeves. Keanu's had an incredible career, but honestly, I think John Wick might be his defining role. He brings this quiet intensity, this dedication to the action that's just mesmerizing to watch. And for this movie, Keanu didn't just phone it in. This man trained like a demon to make sure the action was as authentic and brutal as possible. I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just say Keanu pulls off some moves in this movie that will leave your jaw on the floor. And hey, while you're picking your jaw up, how about you hit that subscribe button? Alright guys, let's talk about the heart of John Wick Chapter 4. Keanu Reeves as the Baba Yaga himself. Keanu doesn't just play John Wick, he embodies him. He becomes this force of nature, this unstoppable killing machine. But there's also a vulnerability, a sadness in his eyes that draws you in. What I love about Keanu's performance is the restraint. He doesn't overplay the action, he lets the violence speak for itself. Every move is deliberate, every bullet has a purpose. But John Wick Chapter 4 isn't just about the action, it's about the man behind the gun. It's about grief, loss, and the struggle to find redemption in a world consumed by violence. The movie doesn't shy away from the emotional toll that John's life has taken on him. He's haunted by his past, and every kill weighs heavily on his soul. These moments of reflection, these glimpses into John's inner turmoil, are what elevate the film beyond just a mindless action flick. One of the things that makes the John Wick franchise so captivating is its world building. It's this secret society of assassins with its own codes, customs, and consequences. The Continental Hotel, for example, is more than just a place to stay. It's a neutral ground, a haven where assassins can gather, conduct business, and, well, not kill each other, usually. And the assassins themselves are not just faceless goons. They're individuals with their own motivations, loyalties, and codes of conduct. Some are honorable, some are ruthless, but they're all deadly in their own right. Section 4, Style and Substance, the visual language of John Wick. Now let's talk about the visuals. John Wick Chapter 4 is a feast for the eyes. The cinematography is stunning, the action is kinetic and visceral, and the overall style is just dripping with cool. The filmmakers masterfully blend different visual styles, from gritty realism to hyper-stylized action, creating a unique and unforgettable aesthetic. Every frame is meticulously crafted, every shot is deliberate, and the result is a visual symphony that's both beautiful and brutal. Section 5, the music, a heart-pounding soundtrack to Carnage, and let's not forget about the music. The soundtrack to John Wick Chapter 4 is a masterpiece in its own right. From the heart-pounding electronic beats to the operatic grandeur, the music perfectly complements the action on screen, heightening the tension and amplifying the emotional impact. Whether it's a driving techno track during a gun battle or a haunting melody during a moment of reflection, the music is an integral part of the John Wick experience. Section 6, IMAX Mayhem or just meh? Okay, time for the million-dollar question, IMAX Mayhem or just meh? Here's my honest take, guys. On the one hand, John Wick Chapter 4 is a technical marvel. The action is bigger and bolder than ever before, the cinematography is breathtaking, and the IMAX format definitely enhances the experience. But, and this is a big but, I did feel like the movie was a little too long, a little too over the top at times. By the end, I was starting to feel a little numb to all the violence. So the verdict is John Wick Chapter 4 worth your hard-earned cash. Here's the deal. If you're a die-hard fan of the franchise, if you love action movies with style and substance, then absolutely go see this movie. You won't be disappointed. But if you're looking for a deep, thought-provoking cinematic experience, this might not be the movie for you. It's a visual and visceral feast, but it's not exactly Oscar bait. All right, guys, that's my take on John Wick Chapter 4. Now it's your turn. Hit me with your thoughts in the comments below. Did you love it? Hate it? Let me know. Voice low, almost a whisper. To truly understand John Wick Chapter 4, we need to go back to the beginning, to the events that set this whole bloody saga in motion. For those who need a refresher, John Wick wasn't always the Baba Yaga. He was once a man in love, a man trying to escape his past. But then they took everything from him. They made him a monster. With each film, John's world has gotten darker, the stakes higher, the enemies more ruthless. He's become a legend, a boogeyman whispered about in hushed tones, but every legend has an ending. Voice urgent, breathless. Chapter 3 left us on a knife's edge. John Wick, betrayed by those he trusted, declared war on the High Table. Allied with the Bowery King, John vowed to burn the High Table to the ground. But at what cost? Chapter 4 picks up with John still reeling from his wounds, both physical and emotional. The Continental is in ruins, the rules have been broken, and the High Table is out for blood. Section 3, the High Table's Wrath. No escape for John Wick. The High Table, the shadowy organization that governs the assassin underworld. They are the puppet masters, and John Wick just cut their strings. In Chapter 4, the High Table unleashes its full fury upon John. No price is too high, no alliance too sacred. They will stop at nothing to eliminate him. John's only hope is to stay one step ahead, to use his cunning, his skills, and his very will to survive against an army of assassins. Section 4, new allies, new enemies, the stakes get higher. John's journey for survival takes him to some unexpected places in Chapter 4. From the neon-lit streets of Osaka to the historic heart of Paris, the scope is bigger than ever before. Along the way, he'll encounter new allies like the enigmatic Kane, played by the legendary Donnie Yen. But he'll also make new enemies, some driven by personal vendettas, others simply caught in the crossfire of John's war against the High Table. Section 5, A World of Pain, John Wick's Odyssey. Chapter 4 is more than just an action movie, it's an odyssey of pain, both physical and emotional. John Wick is a man pushed to the breaking point. The action sequences are brutal, relentless, but they take their toll. We see John wounded, exhausted, but never truly broken. He's fighting for survival, yes, but he's also fighting for something more. For a chance at peace, for redemption, for a way to break free from the cycle of violence that consumes him. Section 6. The choreography of Carnage action elevated. Let's talk about the action because John Wick Chapter 4 takes it to a whole new level. The fight choreography is a ballet of brutality. Long takes, intricate camera work, and practical effects create a sense of realism and visceral impact that's rare in modern action cinema. Stahelski and his team have outdone themselves, delivering some of the most creative, kinetic, and jaw-dropping action sequences ever put to film. Section 7, Emotional Resonance. Finding the heart amidst the mayhem. In the whirlwind of bullets, blood, and breathtaking stunts, John Wick Chapter 4 stands out not just for its relentless action but for its profound emotional depth. This chapter, aptly titled Finding the Heart Amidst the Mayhem, delves into the soul of the film, exploring the intricate layers that make it more than just a high-octane thriller. But for all its explosive action, John Wick Chapter 4 never loses sight of its emotional core. The film masterfully balances heart-pounding sequences with moments of introspection, allowing the audience to connect with John Wick on a deeper level. It's this balance that sets the movie apart, making it a standout in the action genre. Beneath the surface of this action-packed thrill ride lies a story about grief, redemption, and the struggle to find meaning in a world consumed by darkness. John Wick's journey is not just about survival, it's about confronting his inner demons and seeking a semblance of peace in a chaotic world. The film's narrative weaves these themes seamlessly, creating a rich tapestry of emotion and action. These moments, fleeting but powerful, elevate John Wick Chapter 4 beyond mere spectacle. They provide a stark contrast to the relentless violence, offering glimpses into the protagonist's soul. It's in these quiet, reflective moments that the true essence of the film shines through, reminding us that even the most hardy warriors have a heart. They remind us that even in the darkest of worlds, even amidst the most brutal violence, there's still room for humanity, for hope, for redemption. John Wick's journey is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, showing that no matter how far one falls, there's always a chance for redemption. The film's portrayal of this struggle is both poignant and inspiring, resonating deeply with audiences. And now, my friends, it's time for the big question. Does John Wick finally find peace? Throughout the series, we've seen him endure unimaginable pain and loss, yet he continues to fight, driven by a desire for justice and a hope for a better future. The fourth chapter brings this journey to a head, posing the ultimate question. Can John Wick escape the cycle of violence that has defined his life? Does he break free from the cycle of violence? The film explores this theme with a nuanced approach, showing the internal and external battles that John faces. It's a gripping exploration of a man's quest for freedom, not just from his enemies, but from his own past. The stakes are higher than ever, and the emotional weight of his journey is palpable. Well, to find out, you'll just have to watch the movie. John Wick Chapter 4 promises to be a roller coaster of emotions, blending heart-stopping action with a deeply moving narrative. It's a film that challenges the conventions of the genre, offering a story that's as thought-provoking as it is thrilling. So buckle up and get ready for an unforgettable ride. The heart of John Wick awaits you amidst the mayhem. Section 1, my personal take, buckle up for a wild ride. Okay guys, time to get real. Today we're diving deep into the latest installment of the John Wick saga, and let me tell you, it's a roller coaster of emotions and action. If you're a fan of high-octane thrillers, then you're in for a treat. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's set the stage. I've given you the rundown, the critical consensus, the historical context, and even a bit of trivia about the making of the film. We've talked about the director's vision, the actors' performances, and the technical aspects that make this movie a visual feast. But now, it's time to strip away all the layers and get to the heart of the matter. But now it's time for my gut reaction, my honest, no-holds-barred take on John Wick Chapter 4. This is where I lay it all out on the table, folks. No sugarcoating, no holding back, just pure, unfiltered opinion. So if you're ready, let's dive in. Don't worry, I won't spoil any major plot twists or surprise cameos. I know how much you all hate spoilers, and I respect that. This is a spoiler-free zone, so you can relax and enjoy my review without any fear of having the movie ruined for you. This is a safe space for spoiler phobes. You can trust me to keep the big secrets under wraps. Now let's talk about what makes this movie tick. What are the elements that stand out? What are the moments that took my breath away? And what are the parts that could have been better? But I do want to share my personal feelings about the film, the good, the bad, and the downright mind-blowing. Let's start with the good. The action sequences are, as expected, top-notch. The choreography is impeccable, and the stunts are nothing short of spectacular. Each fight scene is a masterclass in action filmmaking. First things first, this movie is an absolute adrenaline rush. From the moment the film starts, you're thrown into a whirlwind of action and excitement. The pacing is relentless, and there's never a dull moment. It's like being on a roller coaster that just keeps going higher and faster. From the opening scene to the final showdown, the movie keeps you on the edge of your seat. The tension is palpable, and the stakes are higher than ever. You can feel the weight of every decision, every punch, and every bullet fired. It's a testament to the filmmaker's ability to create a gripping narrative. I was glued to my seat, my heart pounding in my chest. The intensity of the action scenes is matched only by the emotional depth of the characters. You care about what happens to them, and that makes every moment all the more impactful. It's a rare feat for an action movie to achieve this level of emotional engagement. It's a non-stop thrill ride that will leave you breathless. But it's not just about the action. The film also delves into deeper themes of loyalty, revenge, and redemption. It asks tough questions and doesn't always provide easy answers. This complexity adds layers to the story, making it more than just a mindless action flick. The soundtrack deserves a special mention. The music perfectly complements the action, heightening the tension and adding emotional weight to key scenes. It's a crucial element that elevates the entire experience. And let's not forget the cinematography. The visuals are stunning, with each frame meticulously crafted to draw you into the world of John Wick. The dedication and hard work of the cast and crew are evident in every frame. The attention to detail is remarkable, and it shows in the final product. This is a film made by people who are passionate about their craft, and that passion is infectious. You can't help but be swept up in the excitement. In conclusion, John Wick Chapter 4 is a must-see for fans of the franchise and action movie enthusiasts alike. It's a film that delivers on all fronts, providing a thrilling, emotional, and visually stunning experience. So buckle up and get ready for a wild ride. You won't be disappointed. Section 2, Action Overload, a double-edged sword. Now, I'm a huge action fan. I love a good explosion, a well-choreographed fight scene, a hail of bullets flying through the air in slow motion. And John Wick Chapter 4 delivers all of that and then some. But, and this might be a controversial opinion, I did find myself feeling a little overwhelmed at times. The action is relentless, almost to a fault. There were moments when I just wanted the movie to take a breath, to let the emotional weight of the story sink in. Don't get me wrong, those moments are there, sprinkled throughout the mayhem, and they're beautifully done. But I couldn't shake the feeling that the movie could have benefited from a slightly slower pace, a little more breathing room between the action set pieces. You see, the beauty of a well-crafted action film lies not just in its ability to dazzle with spectacular stunts and explosive sequences, but also in its capacity to weave a compelling narrative that resonates with the audience. Think of the classics like Die Hard or The Matrix. These films are revered not only for their groundbreaking action, but also for their storytelling and character development. They strike a balance, allowing viewers to catch their breath and connect with the characters on a deeper level. In John Wick Chapter 4, while the action is undeniably top-notch, the relentless pace sometimes overshadows the emotional beats. There are moments when you want to pause and reflect on the journey of the characters, to feel their struggles and triumphs more profoundly. It's not just about the adrenaline rush, it's about the emotional investment that keeps you hooked from start to finish. A well-paced film knows when to pull back, to let the audience absorb the gravity of the situation, to build anticipation for the next big moment. John Wick Chapter 4 has its share of these moments, but they often feel rushed, as if the film is eager to get back to the next action set piece. As a fan, I appreciate the dedication to delivering non-stop thrills, but I also crave those quieter moments that add depth and dimension to the story. It's a delicate balance, one that not all films manage to achieve, but when they do, it elevates the experience to something truly memorable. John Wick Chapter 4 is a visual and visceral feast, a masterclass in action choreography and stunt work. The dedication and craftsmanship that go into creating these sequences are nothing short of awe-inspiring. But as with any art form, it's the balance between spectacle and substance that leaves a lasting impression. So, while I thoroughly enjoyed the ride, I couldn't help but wish for a bit more breathing room, a chance to savor the journey as much as the destination. In the end, it's a double-edged sword. The relentless action is what makes John Wick Chapter 4 exhilarating, but it's also what makes it at times overwhelming. It's a testament to the filmmaker's vision and ambition, a bold statement in the world of action cinema, and for that, I applaud them. But as a viewer, I also yearn for those moments of respite where the story can breathe and the characters can shine, because in the end, it's the balance between action and emotion that makes a film truly unforgettable. So, here's to the next chapter where perhaps we'll find that perfect equilibrium, the sweet spot where action and emotion coexist in perfect harmony. Until then, I'll keep watching, hoping, and enjoying the ride because that's what being a fan is all about. Section 3, Character Depth, Peeking Behind the Curtain. One of the things I've always admired about the John Wick franchise is its ability to find humanity amidst the carnage. Yes, John Wick is a killing machine, but he's also a man driven by grief, loss, and a yearning for redemption. And Chapter 4 delves even deeper into John's psyche. We see the toll that his violent life has taken on him, the scars that run deeper than any bullet wound. But it's not just about John. The supporting characters, both new and familiar, are given more depth and complexity in this chapter. We see their motivations, their vulnerabilities, their humanity. Okay, can we just take a moment to appreciate the sheer brilliance of the John Wick world building? It's like a secret society hidden in plain sight with its own intricate rules, hierarchies, and mythology. And in Chapter 4, the world expands even further. We get to explore new corners of this secret society, meet new factions, and delve deeper into the history and mythology of the High Table. It's a testament to the filmmaker's creativity and attention to detail that they've managed to create such a rich, immersive, and utterly believable world within the framework of an action movie. All right, guys, it's time for the moment of truth, the final verdict. Should you watch John Wick Chapter 4? If you're looking for a pure action spectacle, a visual and visceral feast, then absolutely run, don't walk to the nearest theater. John Wick Chapter 4 delivers on that front in spades. But if you're expecting a deep, character-driven drama, you might want to temper your expectations. This is still an action movie at its core, and it doesn't shy away from that. Ultimately, whether you love it or hate it, one thing's for sure. John Wick Chapter 4 is a cinematic experience you won't soon forget. All right, my fellow cinephiles, gather round. It's time to delve into the secrets, the rumors, the behind-the-scenes whispers surrounding John Wick Chapter 4. The John Wick world is full of hidden depths, and Chapter 4 only scratches the surface. Rumors have been swirling about secret societies, ancient artifacts, and the true origins of the High Table. Some whispers speak of a hidden vault beneath the Continental, a repository of secrets that could shatter the very foundation of the assassin world. Others hint at a prophecy, a chosen one, destined to either unite or destroy the High Table. So, what do you think, Cinema Roarians? Are you ready to enter the world of John Wick Chapter 4? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed this spoiler-free review. And while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload from Cinema Roar. We've got a ton of awesome content coming your way, from superhero showdowns to bone-chilling horror flicks. We're your one-stop shop for all things cinema. Until next time, Cinema Roarians, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the roar alive.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video.